Welcome back, everyone, and welcome into what can only be described as Week 5 of the Friday Night Football Showdown. I'm Blake Brannon, joined as always by the man who has allegedly brought the fall feel to South Mississippi, Mr. Matt Deeger.
All alleged. Let's just make that clear. Starting to feel a little more like football weather, though, Blake. You're right. And down here on the coast, especially close to the water, you get the winds going a little bit. It almost reached in the 60s at one point today, everybody. But the game of the night was the Saints-Mississippi High School game of the night, and the 100th meeting between Pascagoula and Biloxi. These storied rivals going head-to-head. Biloxi entering this one with a 2-2 record, while the Panthers were looking to move to 4-1 on the season. Pascagoula leading 14-3 at the start of the second. Silas Corder looking for someone to pass to on third down, forced to scramble, avoids the first tackle, but eventually stopped by a pack of Indians. The Panthers will be forced to settle for a short field goal attempt by Mason Kramer, who knocks it through to make it 17-3. Next Panthers drive, Silas Corder doing his thing, finds Tylen Wilson for the 50-plus yard score. The Southern Miss commit was borderline perfect tonight. Panthers leading 24-7. They're forced to punt now with under a minute to play in the first half. That man right there, Lewis Sims, does something many people wouldn't. Calls a fake punt on his own 20-yard line. Mason Kramer connects with Amari Jackson, who is gone. Silas Corder was 21-27 for 4 touchdowns and just shy of 300 yards. He was money even on the passes that he did not complete tonight as the Panthers dominate the 100th meeting against Biloxi. They take it 44-3, the final.
From there, we'll head up the road way up to Hurley. Battle of things that can sting you, Hornets and Yellow Jackets. How about a flyover to start things off from the Jackson County Sheriff's Office? But St. Martin down on the ground, on the field, on the move in the first. Quarterback Kevin Marshall rolling out, looking downfield. That is picked off on the sideline by Matthew Combs, but the Hornets unable to capitalize on that early turnover. A little later, Jackets going for it on fourth down inside the 10. Marshall on the keeper, tries the left side, gets brought down by a swarm of Hornets. It's gonna be close. Let's bring out the sticks, and ladies and gentlemen, he is just short. The Hornets defense bends but does not break. Still scoreless into the second quarter. Now Hornets on the move. Tay Guyton on the keeper out of the wild Hornet. Gets a big hole down the middle of the field. Finally brought down in Jacket territory. A few plays later in the red zone, fourth down. Hornets gonna air it out, and that's picked off in the end zone. But hold on, a roughing the passer penalty gives the ball right back to East Central. Guyton gonna finish what he started. Stretches for the pylon right there on the next play. Puts East Central up 7-0 in the waning seconds of the first half. But the Yellow Jackets put together a strong second half. They take this one 15-7.
Like that, battle of the Stingers. Now staying in Jackson County, Moss Point hosting West Harrison on homecoming night. Check out these new jerseys for the Tigers. The River City alternate jerseys making their debut. However, not a great start on the opening drive. Jazeer Carter sacks Kavon Ford. Tigers going for it on fourth down. Now Ford keeps it himself, slips through the defense. He is gone. 50-plus yards to the house. 2-point conversion, no good, however, so Moss Point leads 6-0. West Harrison came to play, though. They have a good jersey combo, too. The charcoal gray pants there maybe made Sean Fairley a little faster, who gets the big gain up the gut. Later in the drive, Jordan Stapleton plows his way into the end zone for 6. Extra point gives the Hurricanes a 7-6 advantage. Ford and the Tigers offense looking to answer. How about another sack here by Jazeer Carter? One of 3 sacks for him on this defensive series alone. None bigger than this one. Move over to Davian Clowney because Jazeer Carter has arrived. Pops Ford's helmet deep into the backfield as the Canes turn the Tigers over on downs. Ensuing West Harrison drive, Stapleton with his second house call of the first quarter. The Hurricanes rout Moss Point big, 48-13.
Moving over to Hancock County in the Kill. Hancock and Vancleave on homecoming night. For the Hawks, we'll pick up here in the second quarter. Vancleave going to be on the move. They were on the move a lot this evening. Kyle Capers gets the handoff. He's gone a 20-yard scamper, barrels his way into the end zone, loses his helmet. Doesn't matter, -1 helmet, plus 6 points. Vancleave would take a 7-0 lead. A little later, Bulldogs on the move once again. Quarterback Wyatt Adams going to find a crease. This time barrels his way in for the score. The Bulldogs would take a 14-0 lead. Right before the half, though, the Hawks would find their way on the board. Sean Powell going to split the uprights to make it 14-3 Vancleave, but the Bulldogs keeping the pedal down in the second half. Vancleave goes on to take this one big. They take it 35-17. And that's going to bring us to another homecoming game as we head back over to Jackson County.
A marquee matchup tonight at Ocean Springs. The Picayune Maroon Tide rolled into town.
And there's only one man who can bring us those highlights. Like a paycheck, we only get him about once every 2 weeks, but also like a paycheck, we are over the moon when he arrives. Mr. Bill Snyder.
Thanks, fellas. Johnny Kemp said it best. You're talking about paychecks. Just got paid Friday night. Look it up. It's a classic. In Ocean Springs, the Tide and Greyhounds tangling as both teams get that tune-up before region play. And it's homecoming in OS, and your homecoming queen for the festivities is senior Monica Butler. I see you, queen. But she also plays xylophone in the band. Multitasking royalty. That's what you want now on the football. They're ready to tangle. The Greyhounds taking the opening kickoff, practicing efficiency. The middle screen there to Will Smith. Hey, remember when AK did that to Dallas? Greyhounds did it to Picayune, 39 yards, 7-0 on that score. Now, Bryson Smith ran a punt back for a touchdown, but it got called back on a penalty, so he just decides to do this. Watch again. Yeah, that is a one-handed catch, and that is gorgeous. Now, second quarter, the Maroon Tide get that running game going, and when they do, it doesn't stop. Darrell Smith just going off a left tackle and 1 yard in, and we are tied at 7, and it is officially on at Greyhound Stadium. Now, OSU's field position to retake the lead. The jet sweep pitch here, Sherrod Whitehead. Watch him come around 14 yards. Nice play, 14-7. Greyhounds. Darrell Smith, now watch, coming up here, watch the hold. There it is, and there he goes. He's going to take it 48 yards, and he's just getting started on the evening. The Tide in business, they get a 25-yard field goal from Edgar Cruz, 14-10 at halftime. In the second half, this game went sideways. Picayune wins it 38-35. And fellas, I got the numbers on Darrell Smith. 19 carries, 275 yards, and I believe 4 touchdowns. That is toting it on the ground. Great game by both teams. Picayune wins it.